Good morning, everybody. You have tuned into the Indiana State Police Roadshow. I'm your host, First Sergeant Rich Myers with the Indiana State Police Public Information Office. We thank the Indiana State Police Alliance and Cops for Kids for their continued support of the Indiana State Police Roadshow, and thank Tom Trial, man behind the scene, putting us on YouTube each and every week. And I have back with me again this year and been on the show several times, Master Trooper Patrick Eder. Welcome back, Pat.
How you doing, Rich?
Good, and welcome back
to the department.
Yes.
Took a nice year off.
Had a little incident, and I think it was in the news where you were hit pretty hard in your vehicle where you were at a crash scene.
Had a person failed to yield the right of way to Mercy vehicles. Several police cars on the right shoulder of the roadway after a car pursued, stolen vehicle and stuff, and so a car slammed into the back of my police car. Running about 75 miles an hour is what they
That'll
determined.
wake you up, won't it?
Yeah, sure did. And pretty much snapped my neck and
Gone.
herniated several of my discs from my C4 to C7 is now fused together. So got some 10 screws and 3 titanium plates in my neck.
You're the $1 Million Man.
My 4th cortisone shot in my lower back since the accident was last week.
Golly.
So, yeah, great shape.
Well, thanks for what you do, and I hope you get to feeling lots better than you're probably feeling right now. But we're glad you're back and back in the green.
Yeah. Went straight back into SWAT when I came back. Took me pretty much a year to get recovered fully. I'm still working on it, but I'm able to do my job. So yeah, back at it and busy as ever.
Good.
So.
Glad to have you back and appreciate what you did and kind of a magnet. You're kind of a magnet on those crashes, aren't you?
I think I've totaled maybe 5 police cars. No, I have not totaled. I've only totaled
Just
one.
been involved, been there.
Involved, and I've totaled 5 total, something like that.
Well, what we're here to talk about today is something that is very near and dear to our hearts, especially our guys here in Morgan County that we're good friends and commandants and further workers with Pat Bartram. Is a 2016 Trooper Bartram Poker Run Memorial Ride, and that's going to be held on July 9th, 2016. Now, how many is this one?
Ooh. We have to be up around 10 or 11 of these motorcycle rides.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Since we started this program back at the Indiana Troopers Association many, many years ago.
Right, yeah.
Now we have our own foundation, the Trooper Bartram Memorial Foundation. Before, when the family did these rides, they donated all the money to the Trooper Association, and they distributed it to different FOPs for the Shop with a Cop program, and so troopers could go out and now we do our own version of that Shop with a Cop program called the Trooper Bartram Christmas for Kids. So this is our one event that we hold to raise money for that Christmas event. So
let's give the people a little bit of a background about Pat and what happened to ultimately put us in this position that we do this.
Yeah, Trooper Pat Bartram was killed in the line of duty March, I believe it's 31st, 1998, if my memory serves me correct, in Morgan County in a traffic accident that also claimed 2 other lives. So after that, and before he passed, Pat was involved with the Shop with a Cop program.
Very
heavily. And so his family wanted to continue that tradition and raise money in his honor to continue that. And so they started doing these motorcycle rides. And Kim Bartram had owned a business and a restaurant and stuff and started these rides and has just continued that every year. I think, so since 98, so 99, I guess, would have been our first year. And I believe there's only been one year that she didn't do it because of some health reasons.
Right.
Kim Bartram puts a tremendous amount of work into this. There's no way it could be done without her. It's almost her full-time job.
Yeah, and I know it's an amazing ride and amazing just the whole afternoon on prizes and band and food, and she really goes all out.
Her other sisters and family and nieces and nephews and stuff like that now, and because it takes about 20 to 30 people to put this on, And so we get a lot of volunteer help. We always could use more, of course.
Yeah.
And appreciate that. And but yeah, we'll start our ride again this year at Southside Harley Davidson on Southport Road. Our registration is from 10 a.m. to noon.
Okay.
This year is going to be a poker run, a format. The last 2 or 3 years we've done a escorted ride.
Okay. Poker run, you can kind of go on your own.
You kind of leave on your own between that 10 and 12. You hit the different stops. It'll go from Southside Harley to Indy West Harley Davidson in Plainfield, up to LA Cycles in Whitestown, back down to Renegade Classics in the northeast side of Indianapolis off Allisonville 96th Street, and then it'll finish at the American Legion in Fishers.
Okay.
And all these stops have donated prizes and resources, and Harley Davidson West, everything, I believe everything in the stores except motorcycles is 20% off. I might buy a motorcycle if it's 20% off. But, so a lot of free giveaways at these different stops that are a part of our sponsorships. And then Kim has got a ton of donations in, as she does every year, to do silent auctions at the after ride and a live auction also. So some really big prizes and giveaways. And then for our poker run prize, the top prize is $350, followed by second place is $200, and then third place is $100. So,
And I was looking at your list here, what you brought in here with us. I mean, you're talking some big stuff. You got 4 Disney tickets to Florida, hotel stays, Colts and Pacer tickets, package Holiday World, Splash and Safari, a signed John Mellencamp guitar.
yes, Mr. Mellencamp gives us a signed guitar every year, and there's a story behind that of some of his family members that were involved in the crash that Pat actually. They were twins, and Pat ended up taking some Christmas gifts to them every year, just kind of on his own. And so Mr. Mellencamp gives us a guitar every year for our auction. And we got some Colts footballs that are signed, a helmet that's signed from the Colts, and a lot of good prizes. The 4 Disney tickets was one of the bigger ones, and then she's got some hotels and restaurants down there. So if somebody wants to take a nice Disney trip, and bid on that, they could probably save quite a bit of money, because I think that gets pretty expensive. Disney does.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it is.
So, and lots of things around here. There's a couple Harley Davidson T-shirt blankets, quilts that someone made for us that are pretty neat. Indians tickets, some hotel packages around Indianapolis here. So there's a lot of good prizes.
And every year you have representative of the State Police Bomb Squad, Scuba, SWAT.
At Southside, at the start of our ride, we'll have breakfast served. I believe McDonald's from across the street's giving us 200 breakfast sandwiches. There'll be donuts, coffee, juice. That's supplied. So we come down and eat breakfast. Hanging out and talk to some of the troopers. Hopefully we'll have some scuba boat. We'll have our SWAT vehicles, our armored truck. The bomb guys will be down the techs with the suit, and some of our robots, and hopefully some of our HPV high-performance vehicles, K9s, just about everything that represents
all the specialty teams. Yeah, that's
come
great.
down and talk to the troopers, look at the equipment, hang out.
Well, again, you're listening to the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance, Cops for Kids, a subsidiary of the Indiana State Police Alliance. And we're talking to Master Trooper Pat Etter. We're talking about the 2016 Trooper Bartram Poker Run Memorial Ride that's coming up July 9th. And all this money raised, Pat, this is all going for one thing, and I was involved with this last year. It was a wonderful event. It was amazing, the number of law enforcement, EMS, fire guys that turned out for the Christmas, Trooper Bartram Christmas for Kids that you held there in Greenwood. That's an amazing event, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe last year we took 140 kids Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
We usually spend around $150 a piece, or try to stay within that. It usually goes a little over.
Yeah.
I think we went over several $1,000s last year, and we did that at the Walmart. And also last year, Meyer had kicked in another $1,500 on top of that. So I ended up the next Saturday going with just the Bartram family and taking another 20-some kids shopping that next week. Some of them that couldn't make it
Right.
the week prior. And this year, Meyer has given us $2,500, I believe,
That's
to
wonderful.
do that same thing. And so we're hoping to take around 150 kids again shopping this year. So all of that money raised is done on July the 9th in that poker run. So we really encourage participation. You don't even have to have a motorcycle to do this event.
So you're gonna have, if you got a car or
if you want to come down, drive down, park, come up and talk to the guys, register, get in your car and do the route, and get your card stamped at your locations. If something happens, you miss a stop, you can actually purchase that stamp at the end.
There you go.
If you miss one, but
you're Mulligan, right?
And if you want to just come up to the American Legion post in Fishers, it's off of 126th Street, just west of 37, around 3:00 that day. You're more than welcome to come up. A small donation, we would ask, and have dinner with us, barbecue, all of that's been furnished and donated, and have dinner with us, and see all the stuff we're auctioning off and bid on some of that stuff. And you could buy a poker hand there. For like the registration fee, we'll have the T-shirts. Of course, there's a free T-shirt with all registrations. Pre-registration's online.
I was going to say, can you pre-register?
Yep, you can save a little bit of money if you want to pre-register up till the day before the event. I think you can save $5 and get your shirt pre-ordered, so you have one of those. And that's on bartrammemorial.com, and all the information's on there. If you have any questions, there's phone numbers there. You can call Kim or I. We can answer those for you, but you can pre-register online. There's a police, military, fire, EMS discount also if you when you show up, if you show your ID. And so we're looking for a lot of participation. Like
a lot of good weather.
Good weather, hopefully.
Now, what's the
car, motorcycle?
Is there a difference in the riders? A double rider, single rider?
Yeah, a double rider this year is going to be $35, and a single rider is $20. If you pre-register, you save $5 off of that. So it'd be $30 and $15. So that's a pretty good deal for everything you're getting.
Yeah,
and that's like I say, included with the T-shirt, and double registrations to the 2 T-shirts, and plus 2 meals, and all the free prizes we're giving away. So.
Now, so you're looking at, I think last year, was it in the end of November, 1st December when we done the shop?
It's the first Saturday of December.
Okay.
I've tried to do it before the other FOPs do their shop with a cop. So the first Saturday this year in December, we're going back to the Walmart in Canby this year, because it actually works out better for us with that garden center and the size of that store.
Yeah, we had a lot of people there.
We had a lot of people there last year, and it was a little smaller store, but we got it done. But
yeah.
So next year, I believe we're going back to the Canby Walmart. But check our website throughout the year. There's also pictures on the website of last year's event and the shopping event and the ride. You can see a little bit about what we do, and if you go to the website, and if you'd like, come out and help us.
I was going to say,
shop.
I know you look for volunteers for that.
Yeah, it's hard to get 100 or more police officers in one place at one time on a Saturday afternoon.
Well, we did have a lot. There was conservation, state police, local, county, and city.
We had officers coming as far as Terre
fire,
Haute,
EMS,
and stuff to come over, and we appreciate that greatly. We need all that support, and I have the parents come with them also, so it kind of puts the children at ease a little bit, and then they can have a little more time just to hang out with that police officer. And everybody seems to have a great time at that event. Trooper Teddy's there.
Yep. Duke the dog
is there driving around, and I'm not sure Duke may be at the ride this on the 9th also. Trooper
great.
Teddy won't be there, but Duke the dog will be there with the other guys. And
well, we got about 40 seconds left. Let's give out the date here again. July 9th, 2016, starting at Southside Harley-Davidson. Registration from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Last bike out at 12, and it's going to probably about 3:30 be eaten over at Fisher's, right?
Yep. If you get on the website, it's got our flyer, and here's a picture of the flyer here with the information. If you get on the website, you can also download that. If you'd like to download that, stick it on your Facebook, send it out to all your friends on email. We'd appreciate the help getting the word out for us.
Great. Well, everybody, we appreciate it. Thanks for being in here. Glad you're feeling better.
Appreciate it.
Again, this has been the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance and Cops for Kids. We'll talk to you again next week. The Roadshow is out.